Hello students. So in the succession of last video, I was dealing on Tempest. So here in this video, I want to discuss what kind of symbols William Shakespeare has used. How the scenes of Tempest is symbolizing what. So we are going to just deal with this lecture with that. So the first symbol, what is there? Each tempest in itself is a symbol. Students, you know that first of all tempest came when Prospero was just there in the sea in a turned kind of canoe, a turned kind of very weak kind of a small boat. He was there with his daughter. So at that time a tempest came, and that tempest made them fortunately on Iceland. And again Prospero has created a tempest when the party of Alonso, his brother Sebastian, his son Ferdinand, and his friend Antonio, who was the brother of also of Prospero. So again, a tempest came there. The students, actually, this tempest is nothing but it is symbolizing the suffering. If you are in life, so on every juncture of life, you have to suffer because this sea is not actually the world, but this world is actually a sea of suffering. You are here in the form of life, you are on a journey. Your life is nothing but a journey, and this journey is the journey of sea, and your life is there on a boat. And on several juncture of time, definitely you will suffer there, and whatever suffering is there in your life, ultimately you will reach there where from you have started. You know that we are nothing but soul, and we are here from the home of God to here play our part, actually nothing more than that. We suffer here, sometimes we enjoy here, we make merry here, but ultimately, after this suffer of life, ultimately again we reach there where from we have started. Sometimes it seems that we will not be saved. Our life has gone now. You become hopeless. But after that suffering, ultimately you reach there on that final destination, especially where from you have started, means you have come from the home of God, and ultimately you will go to Almighty Power God. You are soul, and you are the part of super soul, and ultimately in the end, your soul will just again be into super soul that you call Atma and Paramatma. So ultimately, this world is a sea of suffering where you have to suffer. So actually, this tempest, what was created, it was the suffering of the world in which you have to fall down. This is the first symbol, what is there in tempest. And another important symbol is game of chess. Students, game of chess is there. You often find there uh, Miranda playing game of chess. Actually, this was nothing but as you encounter in game of chess, you make a plan to just get success, to get win. For winning means what target is there in your mind. You set all the things in your favor on the board of chess. The very same way, Prospero was actually playing a chess, and it was the just like chess. He was making the things settle on every place. Means he had just first of all created tempest in the ocean, then He has employed Ariel, he has employed Caliban, and with the help of supernatural elements, he just made Ferdinand mad in the love of Miranda. So actually, this was the planning that Prospero wanted to get his daughter engaged with Ferdinand. That's why he just made all the things set just as the game of chess, and also all the things were just set as the game of chess because he wanted to teach Antonio some certain lesson so that they may realize that they have committed the sin, they have committed the crime. Actually, they have done wrong with Prospero. So, actually, everything was there, just like a chess, game of chess. And for better plan, so ki Prospero just make a better plan. So sometimes he with the impression of with the help of magic he used to made his daughter sleep also, so that he may just freely make the plan. So game of chess is also a symbol here, and again a book is a very nice symbol. When Prospero came on this island, he came with books. And students, these books are symbol of knowledge. And these are symbolizing that if you have knowledge, the knowledge is the most powerful thing. You have nothing, but one thing if you have knowledge, if you have intellect, you can survive anywhere. And this was the power of knowledge. Ki Prospero just survived on Iceland with the power of his knowledge, with the power of his magical knowledge. What kind of control he has on spell and magic? He has made the son of Sycorax, Caliban, and Ariel like supernatural elements his slave. And with the help of his slaves, with the power of his knowledge, he has survived there well. And what target was in his mind to just teach his brother Antonio a lesson so that they may realize their guilt. He got succeed. So ultimately, knowledge is the supreme thing. In this play, William Shakespeare has just well used the symbol book in the form of knowledge. And students, I want to just add here that Tempest is the true representation of Renaissance. Prospero is actually Renaissance child. That so many qualities of Renaissance I have just made you clear earlier in earlier videos. Ki lust for knowledge was there. For knowledge was one of the most important feature of Renaissance. The very same thing was there in the heart of Prospero. And for getting knowledge, only for his libraries visit, only to read books, he had just hand over even the empire of his country Milan in his brother's hand. It was a lust for knowledge. And you watch the party just traveling in the sea. So this was also the symbol of Renaissance spirit, because in Renaissance period the sea traveling just got place, and because of that sea traveling, sea voyage, so many countries were discovered. So again, this is the impression of Renaissance. And also by the sea voyage, so many lands were just discovered like India and America. Columbus discovered America, and Vasco da Gama just discovered India. The very same way in the sea voyage, through the sea voyage, Prospero just reached there on unknown land. Very same kind of spirit is there in Renaissance. On Iceland, Prospero just reached. So all these things are just showing that actually William Shakespeare is trying to just present the spirit of Renaissance through the character of Prospero and the presentation of magic. The presentation of magic was actually the emergence of, you can say, extraordinary knowledge. And William Shakespeare has just tried to say that everything is secondary, knowledge is first. If you have knowledge, so wherever you are, in whatever kind of condition you are fallen in, so definitely you will survive. The very same kind of thing is there. Books has been symbolized here, the power of knowledge. What William Shakespeare has used, and in this play, Prospero has used. Students, actually, so many critics used to say that Prospero is none, but Prospero is actually William Shakespeare. Even T.S. Eliot has just made it clear. Few critics says that Prospero was James' first. What kind of heroic qualities and what kind of power of command he has, what kind of intention he has there to just control on others. So some says that this is Prospero, who is the spirit of James First. Few says he is none other but William Shakespeare had just made himself there in the form of Prospero. So all these kinds of symbols are there. Sleep and dream. One of the most important symbol is there. Sleep and dream. You know that except Prospero and Miranda, no human creature was there on that particular Iceland where they were surviving, except these two, all were the spirits. And there was nothing there for the recreation and entertainment. The only sleeping and dream was the source of just recreation and entertainment. And as I have made you clear, that the creatures on that particular Iceland, they used to enjoy sleep and they used to just watch excellent dreams there. So this is the symbol. This dream is the symbol that we are just controlling our life. But actually, we can never control our life. Everything is in the hand of some supreme power. As Prospero used to just spell on Miranda to make her sleep actually. And when Miranda, and also in Ferdinand, in Ferdinand and Miranda like characters, Prospero used to just make a spell and made them sleep, and in the sleep they used to enjoy their dreams well. But actually, student, this is the symbol that you are enjoying here in this world. This is nothing but someone has made you asleep, and this is none other but God. And you in dream, you are enjoying in the world what kind of facilities you have, what kind of boosting you are doing. Actually, you are in dream, as you have studied William Wordsworth, our birth is but a sleep and forgetting. The very same kind of thing is there. Ki actually, in the impression of magic, Miranda and Ferdinand like characters used to just go on sleep to enjoy the dream. But it was not actual dream. It was not the actual sleep, but it was the impression of magic. Students, and in this way William Shakespeare has given a nice philosophy of life by the by a special kind of sentence what Prospero has made there. Very remarkable statement what Prospero has made, especially about the dream what he used to create here. Allegorically, actually, he's the supreme authority like God, and he spells a dream in the life of everyone. Everybody is not actually enjoying the life, but this is dream what he is watching. So, very remarkable sentence he has made here in this play. You should note down. Often this is asked in several examination. He said that we are such stuff. You can note down this statement, very important statements, not only for the explanation but also for several competitive examination. This sentence is often asked. Where from this sentence is there? We are such stuff. We are such stuff. as dreams are made on, as dreams are made on, and our little life, and our little life is round with a sleep, and rounded with a sleep. Students, he is saying that our life, what we are considering that this is true, but actually this is not true. This is nothing more than that a dream. The students, these are the some symbols what William Shakespeare has used in Tempest. I hope you all have just got well. And one thing also I want to add you here, that what Aristotle has just given in his criticism, the concern of three unities, the concept of three unities. Actually, William Shakespeare has followed in Tempest three unities, the concept of three unities he has followed just on some extent, you can say, not completely, but he has tried his best to just use the three unities here in this play. Very nice play it is. This is just like a fairy tale, and you must enjoy. This is a romance. Generally, William Shakespeare's plays are just there in the form of historical play, comedy, and tragedy, but it has a special category that is romance. You can say it is romantic comedy, but if you say a romance, only romance, so this is not wrong. Very nice and excellent romantic comedy it is. You must enjoy it. Especially, I'm saying that this is a comedy, romantic comedy. When you encounter the scenes, especially related to Caliban and Ariel, so the kind of act they used to do, so that is very comic scenes are just there, especially in the practices of Caliban and Ariel, what kind of intention they had, what kind of plannings Caliban used to just meet in his mind. So all that creates a very nice kind of comedy there. That's why this is a romantic comedy. Everything is imaginary here. That's why this is romance. Excellent use of natural description. There is description of nature William Shakespeare has made. So I think all the things I have tried to make you clear in this video. So with that remark, I would like to thank you. Best of luck, my dear student. Thank you. Thank you very much.